What are you making for me this week?
I am making a paper plane since it was my choice. It has bourbon, Amaro, a little Aperol, and fresh squeezed lemon juice. It was titled after the song Paper Plane by MIA.
Wait, should I play it? Should I play it just when you make it, like the cocktails?
I mean.
So like when I think of happy hour, I honestly think of college.
Gotta get out more.
I'm Dr. Melissa Levine.
And I'm Dr. Robert Finney.
This is Happy Hour with Derms.
Or Between Two Derms.
Maybe.
Let's see. Cheers.
Let's drink. Cheers.
Did we get this spilled in there?
So on this episode, we're going to be busting skincare myths. So I have a myth for you. SPF on the lips is not necessary.
False. I mean, people always forget about the lips. We see it frequently in clinic. I'm sure you do. I mean,
people don't even think about, they never think about the lips, about wearing sunscreen.
It's a neglected part of the face.
Totally neglected.
You definitely need to wear sunscreen on your lips.
People never think about certain body parts that are more at high risk.
You can develop skin cancer anywhere, and I think that's what's important that people know. It's also higher risk for recurrence, higher risk to spread in the body.
Okay.
So it's one thing you also don't want a scar on your face.
So bottom line,
SPF for the lips, definitely important.
Every day?
Every day.
I do it every day too, guys.
Yeah. Overachiever.
A plus.
I have a myth for you.
Okay.
There is no such thing as overexfoliation.
Okay, false, you guys. This is one of my biggest pet peeves.
I thought you were going to tear my head off.
I was going to tear your head off. Because I feel like exfoliating has been having a moment.
Oh, yeah.
But the moment has been lasting for like...
Should have passed.
It should have passed. It's been for years. You see it in creams, you see it in serums, you see it in cleansers. So many people come in and they're over exfoliating. It's really important for us to know like exactly what you're doing.
1000%.
Not just every day.
Yeah.
Like also like what you do like twice a week, 3 times a week. Because sometimes people are doing chemical peels literally like every 3 days. You do an exfoliating cleanser, it feels great, right? You feel clean. But then you apply the product right after, like a moisturizer, and it burns. Yeah. So these are certain signs that you're over exfoliating, overdoing it, less is more. And it's nice to work with people who know what they're doing.
This is true.
So that they can guide you.
Love it.
So I have a myth for you, and confession, this is something, it's from me in high school. Pores open and close based on water temperature.
I had that question much later than you. Probably why you are where you are and I am where I am. But yeah, so total myth.
Okay.
Right?
Total myth. False.
False. So you need a muscle to contract or dilate. You do not have that in any pore, right? We have pores all over our body. That's what excretes sweat. That being said, when you are exposed to warm temperatures, steam, other things like that, your blood vessels dilate, right? So you can have a more puffy appearance.
Yep.
I don't know if you ever saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Never.
Come on. Scorsese, DiCaprio, he dumps his head in a complete big bucket of ice water because he's hungover, right?
Okay.
He probably had happy hour the night before.
Happy hour the night before.
And he's on set and he's about to film something.
Okay.
So he dunks his head in ice water, and what that does, it definitely reduces puffiness because it kind of constricts a lot of vessels, right?
Okay.
Everybody loves jade rollers and all these other things that are increasing lymphatic flow, blah, blah, blah. But, I think the myth probably comes from that, right?
Okay.
If you expose yourself to warm water, you increase your blood flow. You also increase your sweat and your oil production, which can clog your pores, and then they can enlargen, and that's another problem. But, again, that is definitely a myth.
So bottom line is false.
False. Your turn.
Okay.
I have a myth for you.
Okay.
I was walking through Whole Foods today, so I saw it real time. I was exposed to a lot of natural, chemical-free products on my way out to the register, and there's a big myth, right? Anything that's natural or chemical-free must be better for you. Is that true or false?
You guys, it's false. It's false. And I think a lot of people want to be natural and chemical-free.
Nothing wrong with that. Right?
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's chemical-free. Everything in the world, everything in the universe is a chemical. Oxygen is a chemical. Water is a chemical.
I like that.
So I think a lot of people think that natural or chemical free or organic is actually regulated by the FDA. It's completely not.
Correct.
I think us as board certified dermatologists, we like safe, effective,
Love safe.
reliable,
Yes.
consistent,
Definitely.
evidence-based, clinical. A lot of natural or chemical free products are based off of botanicals. So they're heavily loaded on botanical based ingredients. But those ingredients, they're not bad, but they're really kind of more high risk for causing contact dermatitis,
1,000%.
irritation, sensitivity to the sun, like photodermatoses, right?
Right.
Basically, you put it on, you go out to the sun, you get a rash. Yep. So I think for us, it's really disheartening to see people coming in. They're trying to be good. They're trying to be proactive about their health, but in fact, they're falling prey to these marketing terms that really sometimes do more harm than benefit.
Definitely misleading, because a lot of them are also marketed as for sensitive skin, hypoallergenic, even when they're not, right?
Right.
I mean, those are just terms, like you said, not regulated.
Well, also, like anything that's like a liquid has to have a preservative, or it's going to grow fungus, bacteria, viruses. So we have to put preservatives in there.
Yep.
But then the worst thing in kind of natural beauty is parabens.
Yep.
Because they can cause allergies on the skin. But actually, a preservative that's commonly used can also cause irritation and contact dermatitis.
Not everybody's affected by these things, and a lot of people can use a lot of these products that are, labeled as such, but that doesn't mean safe, right?
Doesn't mean it's better.
Right, or safe or better, right? Yeah.
So false.
Your turn again.
Okay.
You will age faster if you wear makeup regularly.
Okay, that's kind of unfair.
I wear makeup all the time. But
you wear makeup all the time. Come on, don't lie.
I mean, but I've been doing Botox, so.
That is true. So, false. I love makeup. You can wear makeup. You can feel good about wearing makeup. I think a lot of people lately, COVID, they're not wearing makeup. They're like, why isn't my skin better? Why am I still breaking out? Why am I still getting wrinkles? It's because makeup doesn't age you. Right. But there are things that people do that actually is not good for their skin in the setting of makeup behavior.
What are your biggest offenders within the makeup realm of contributing breakouts or whatever bad things you see?
Okay, for me, number one, not removing makeup.
Right.
So people get lazy, I get it.
Yep.
But for me, the nighttime routine is like holy grail, everything. I like to control the skincare. Yeah. I don't really control the makeup. The one thing I say is that heavily pigmented products for cover up, for foundation, I'm not a big fan of. So I like more lightly pigmented foundations, BB creams, CC creams. And then for breakouts or areas that you need more kind of coverage, then you can use the more heavily pigmented products.
Fair enough. So sparing.
Sparing, yeah. Oh, the other thing that I don't like is, I have sunscreen in my makeup. So that can age someone.
Yeah, that's a big one, yeah.
Right, that's a big one because people think, I have sunscreen in my makeup, I'm protected.
So is there any sunscreen and makeup story that you will actually be okay with?
No.
Right? Like if it's above a certain thing?
Oh yeah, so I mean for me, I want you to wear sunscreen every day. It's the step before your makeup. Okay. Broad spectrum, at least SPF 30 or higher. There are different products that we can recommend that can curate based on what people like.
Love it.
That's the best part. So I have a myth for you, and I feel like I hear it a lot from men.
Oh,
yeah, I know. I know women say it too, but I do hear it from my male patients.
We don't take care of our skin as well. I get it. All right, go ahead.
If it burns, it's working.
I mean, again, fallen culprit to that before, right? False. It is completely a myth.
You guys, it's false.
Bad.
False.
Bad. I always tell people if it burns, do not go any further. Stop what you're doing. Gentle cleanser, thicker moisturizer, still oil-free or non-comedogenic that's on your face, but you're definitely going to do more harm if you keep going down that line.
So when is it good?
When is it good? When it doesn't burn. It's no longer, if it's red and flaky, right? That's the first warning sign that it burns. Obviously, all those signs have to stop. But if you're putting your regular face cream or lotion on and it's burning, you're still there. You're still in that holding pattern. You need to back off. You need to just keep it kind of cool for a little bit.
Okay, I have a myth for you that I still see from my patients. Rubbing alcohol will kill your acne.
I still see it from my father. Anytime he brings
You just
it up,
outed your dad.
it's my dad. You know, like,
Hi, Dad.
hi, Papa Finney. He rubs sea breeze on every pimple that he gets, and he holds it there with a cotton ball until it dies. So, yes, completely a myth. Rubbing alcohol on the top of the skin when you already have a pimple is going to do nothing to it.
Do nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Stop
So
it.
stop. It's a complete myth. Go to your dermatologist, get treatment. So your turn. The myth is if you cross your legs, you're going to increase your chance for varicose veins.
That's a good one.
True or false?
It's false.
Oh.
Unless you're crossing your legs for like 12 hours. But I think in general, people think it causes varicose veins because it causes pressure when you cross your legs.
Sure.
So veins are basically the vessels that bring the blood back to the heart. And if you think about it, your blood has to get from your legs back to your heart. But it doesn't, our veins don't have muscle, right? So it doesn't pump, but the only way for it to get back to our heart is dealing with gravity, it's dealing with distance. My distance is much shorter than your distance because I'm very small. So the valves are pushing the blood back to the heart. But when the valves get lazy, when they don't work as well, then that's when they pool, and that's when you get spider veins and varicose veins. So we see varicose veins when there's more pressure, when there's more sluggish flow, but crossing your legs, you can cross your legs all you like, you're not gonna get
just
varicose.
not 12 hours in a row.
Just not 12 hours in a row. Okay, I have a really good myth for you, because I feel like we hear this all the time.
Yeah.
My retinol or retinoid will prevent me from getting wrinkles.
Is absolutely false.
Yeah. But we love retinol and we love retinoid.
Retinols will not prevent things, but you need a good skincare regimen, right? Like if you're seriously interested in anti-aging and you want, you know, the most youthful appearance that you can, within reason, right? Like you still want to age naturally. That's gracefully, naturally. That's the goal. It's not to not age, right?
I like aging.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Look at Bradley Cooper. You know, he's got some wrinkles there. He still looks handsome. Whatever.
I saw him on Fifth Ave.
I did. But regardless, retinols are definitely a good part of an anti-aging skincare routine.
Okay, so that's it for this episode. Send us your favorite cocktails. We'll try to figure out how to make them.
Send us your questions, more importantly, and catch us next time on Between Two Derms.
Or Happy Hour with Derms. We still have to figure that out.
One or the other.
But you know what? Let's drink.
It's fun.
Let's drink.
Fun. Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.